Such a great feeling, and I'm so excited. I'm just so excited. There's no better feeling in the world. Hey, what's up guys? Welcome to another video. Today's an exciting day because Lulu and Whiskey are finally arriving. If you've missed the prior video about who they are and what they are doing here, then I recommend you stop this one and go and watch this because it's a very interesting video and I think that's going to be a very interesting journey. And so the horses flew in, I think a little over a couple weeks ago, landed in Florida, went to Ocala and stayed there for a few days, and then a friend of mine here from Texas was at a horse show down there in Florida and brought them back with him. I think he arrived yesterday. We decided he can just take them to his place so that they can settle, relax overnight, and then we would go and pick them up today. And so then they are fully rested and hopefully feeling good enough that we can throw a saddle on and then show them their new sandbox and make sure that, you know, that they feel right at home on their first day. So let's go and meet them. All went well? Who do we got? Oh, Whiskey.
Whiskey.
What's up, buddy? Good boy, yeah. Good boy, Whiskey. All right, now let's take him. Go and check on Lulu. Good girl. There you are, there you are. There you are, right there, right there. Good girl. I'm pretty impressed with Whiskey traveling with a mare next to him the entire time. Didn't bother him, huh? You guys are gonna be, you're gonna be a little buddy sour probably at first. All right, let's go put them in their new house. He'll go here. We'll put her here. So they'll live in those stalls here for the next week or two. Since they come from somewhere else, we always kind of isolate them a bit, make sure that they're okay before we move them to the show barn. And we'll come and make sure that they figure out the waterers.
We'll
all right,
have some fun.
Yeah, let's let them settle for a few minutes, and then we'll saddle them up and go and ride them. All right, so while they're settling in, we'll go and put the truck and trailer back into place. And so I think that the plan anyway short term is going to be to make sure that, you know, that they feel right at home, that they have a great experience their first few times in the arena, and then also to take under consideration that with such a long, hey, we're talking about you know, an overseas flight, we're talking about you know, a 2-week stay in Florida, travel from Florida to here to Texas, and so we're talking like 5 different barns where they stayed overnight at. So this is hard on a horse's system, I truly believe. So 100X equine supplements is going to be key here. The Gut X is going to be the first thing that they're going to be getting here shortly on their first feeding. You know, a double dose of XLEQ as well, and then we'll monitor that. I'm pretty confident that with these 2 supplements, we don't need to do anything more extreme, such as omeprazole or anything like that, but it's going to be something that we'll definitely consider if we feel that, you know, that they're kind of feeling tight and not really filling up over the next few days. So anyways, we're going to go put this back, and we're going to go get them, saddle them up, and take them in the arena. I can't wait to ride them, see how they felt or how they feel. So the ultimate goal here, and the reason that I'm documenting this and putting this into video, is because it's very common in the horse industry to have horses move barns, and this is like one of the most extreme move. I mean, we're talking about from a completely different program in a completely different country, and so I had to make sure that I was compatible, or that horses were compatible with me and my program, and I truly feel that they are. But it is going to be a transition, and really getting them caught up and up to date to our program is going to be a very interesting process. process, and I want to document that so that hopefully if you're ever in a situation where you have a horse coming into your program, you know how I take all of the things under consideration and make sure that I don't rush anything and that I make a proper evaluation of where they're at so that I can include the Comfort Zone Horse Training Video Series program into what they already know. And some of it, they're quite advanced, maybe more advanced than some horses that I have here that have the same time or less time as they do. But I think some of the things is I'm gonna have to go back to the drawing boards on a lot of things in order to make sure that they are trainable for me and that that I possess all of the training tools that I need to really optimize their performance. So that's gonna be an interesting process. We'll document it, and that's what we're doing today. So I cannot wait to go ride them. Let's go put the truck up and go and saddle them up. I want to take the opportunity to give a shout out to Hard Trailers. So this morning I had I went all the way to the factory where they make the trailers and got this 9-foot hay rack installed on this trailer and ladder, and it was impressive. I pulled in, they had me back in within about, granted they had it built already, but it took them about 20 minutes to put it on, and looks amazing. I'm super happy with it. During that time they also greased everything, checked on everything, that everything is in order, everything looks good. Amazing service. I cannot be more happy. And I really enjoyed touring the factory. It's pretty impressive how they do this. Very high level of craftsmanship. So Hard Trailers, highly recommend. All right, let's go and find Fauntly and get those horses saddled up. There you are. Ready to go ride them? You take Whiskey, I take Lulu?
No, I'll take Lulu.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I take Whiskey?
Yeah.
I can't wait to see how he's gonna like the ground here.
Yeah.
I'm gonna show you something here. And this was something that I found really interesting. When I was down there in Dominican Republic, I got to ride those horses with my favorite bit. And my favorite bit, if you follow my videos, watch my videos, is this one, right? So this is the Comfort bit, short shank. Love this bit. So Lulu was amazing with this one. I think this is the one we're gonna ride her with. And the other one, I believe, is on another horse in the arena. And it is the exact same port as is the exact same shanks as the Comfort bit, but instead of having this port, we're gonna have those shanks with this port right here. So my two favorite bits, because the Comfort bit is such a great bit, but sometimes after a little while, and whenever I need to use a little bit more hands and they get a little bit heavy on it, then you just want to have the exact same functionality, same shanks, same everything, but bump it up to a correction bit. And it's a pretty comfortable mouthpiece, but gives you a little bit more bite. So anyways, I'm going to show you those two bits, and those are the ones we're going to be riding the horses with today. All right, so Fauntly opted for coming straight in with him, and it looks like he's having a good time down there. And so I decided to lunge mine a little bit and get the fresh out of her because she seemed pretty nervous. And I mean, it looked like she had a lot of energy. So my goal, I didn't want to get her too tired, but my goal, and when I get the fresh out of one before I get on, and what I like to be able to do is where I'm on the lunge line or I'm in the round pen loose, is I like to chase them forward, not too fast, but I like to keep them going forward at a good pace. And every time that I kiss and push them forward when they buck or kick around or shake their head, then that's an indication that they're still a little bit too fresh for me to come out here. But when I can just kind of speed them up and push them in second, third gear, and they just, increase their speed but keep their posture, don't shake their head, don't buck around, that tells me that they're probably where I want them to be. So I got her there. And it was pretty interesting because this mare has a natural in the round pen that I haven't seen in a long time. The way she tucks her head in there and the way she puts it, and just gains ground and has that long stride. I mean, this is something it's really hard to train into a horse. When they have it natural, it's great. But at the same time, I mean, when you watch her go around like that in the round pen, I mean, she's a 3-year-old. There's nobody she's not tied up. She's never really been tied up. There's nobody telling her to put her head there, but that's just where she puts it. So in my opinion, that should settle that low head debate, that we seem to constantly have. And because this mare is going to circle with her head right here and her chin tucked in, and that's where she wants it, and it's going to look great. And it's not going to, she's not going to be intimidated there like some think that all of the horses that carry their head there do. So whenever I can go Yeah, I like whenever I go from, I mean, she's a right-handed mare, so when I go from left to right, she transitions a little bit better into it because she favors her right side. When I switch from right to left, that's the part that she sort of braces a little bit and loses her drive. So I just want to be repeating that until she transitions perfectly, both sides. That was better. There, I feel like she's with me here. All right, she feels like she's relaxing, so slope her off. That shaking going on. Definitely still has some energy, but oh, look at that natural. I mean, that is insane. I mean, she's fresh, she's nervous, she's distracted, but when she locks in like that, it just feels so good. She's a little buddy sour, you can tell. She wants to go see her buddy over there. She's not even dragging me to the gate, she's dragging me to him. I think that's probably going to be the biggest challenge when we bring her in here without him here. So she'll need to spend some time in here doing that. You see her sticking that rib cage out when I'm in front of him, and here dropping her shoulder. Definitely fresh. I'm not going to attempt to slow her down. She's not going fast. I like that forward drive she's got, and I want her to be thinking forward. But I'm not going to stop until she locks in a little bit better for the better part of a circle. Oh, she'll like the ground. Surprise her here. It's a spot where she wants to go there really bad. I can feel it dropping her shoulder there and pushing out there. So mentally, she's really not with me at all. And I didn't, you know, that's totally normal for her being in a new arena, a new setting, and all of this new stuff. But what's remarkable is that despite that, the feeling you get is just so good. So you know that when this mare is just going to be locked in mentally, it's going to be just an absolute pleasure to lope and circle this mare around. How's Whiskey doing? Looks good. Looks like he's pretty quiet about it all. Doesn't seem too fazed about anything. Whiskey, look good, buddy. So this is what I'm going to be doing for the next few days, and just lift my hands above the shoulder in the direction I want the feet to go, and when I feel her give at the both corners of her mouth, and just really go forward into the bridle and relax her neck and transfer that energy into her body, then I release. And if I feel that energy scatters back out, I'm just going to take her again. So here she's sticking it out, so all the shoulder, the rib cage out to the outside is sticking out. So I'm going to put a little bit more leg, a little bit more outside hand here, and just wait there. And when she gives to my outside hand and gives to my outside leg and moves her feet, there, I'm going to release until she keeps going. Oh, very nice. Okay, so not perfect, and but all I did is keep going, and I kept my leg going, and I kept that contact until she gave, you know, gave at the chin there, and so transferred that energy into her body and thought about what she was doing. And the first few times when I released, she didn't keep going on her own, so I just kept doing that until she goes on her own. So there, she's pretty stretched out. So I'm just going to take a little bit of hold of that outside rein. There. Very good. Very good. See, I'm even like dropping the reins and she wants to keep going. This is great. Look at that. This is special. This is really special. This is really what you want to feel in a horse. Isn't that amazing? I'm like, I could be reading the newspaper and just like drinking a cup of coffee, and she's just like, I'm gonna just keep on turning. And it's gonna be the same with all maneuvers. So yeah, such a great feeling, and I'm so excited. I'm just so excited. There's no better feeling in the world. The way she lopes around in the round pen, the way she feels, even if she's distracted and then goes on and do that. I mean, I cannot be more in love with this filly. She's a good girl. So we're not gonna rush her. We're gonna, we're gonna let her get settled in and get with the program. But obviously, this is not the type of horse you need to train the maneuvers. This is the type of horse you just need to stay out of their way and let them do their thing, and make sure you keep their confidence up. And so this is going to be great, and it's going to be a fun challenge. Let me hop on Whiskey and see how that feels. All right, so I told you guys that on her, I'm riding her with that comfort bit that I talk about all the time, and so. I've got actually a couple videos about this bit in the channel, so I'm sure that you've seen them. If you have not, I recommend you go check them out. And if you want to try the bit, then it's for sale on the website. We sell them like hotcakes, so they go out of stock very often. So if you see that it's on pre-order, then I could recommend that you place that pre-order. And then as soon as an order comes in, then we're going to fill all of the ones that order them first. And if you already have one, so this is, I have not made a video about this, so this is kind of exclusive there. But this is the exact same shanks as the comfort bit, but with nice copper rollers and a correction port. And so this is one of my favorite ports. We have many different bridles in the collection with this actual port, but this particular one with those shanks from the same shanks as the comfort bit is just really, really great. So if you're one to add to your collection, definitely something to consider. Oh. There, that got better there at the end. And so that's what I like to do about this type of horse right there. He doesn't have any forward motion. He's not really locked in. He's thinking about her, doesn't really think forward. So right away what I did is like, okay, there's a cow right there and I got to chase it. And so all I did is my hands were there, and I gave myself a job right away, rather than be like, put your head down, put your hip there. And if I start doing this with this horse right now, I'm not going to have a good ride, and it's not going to be good for him. Instead, is until I feel like I can chase a cow around right now, then there's no sense for me to, then I know that I'm lacking that forward drive and that forward state of mind that I need him to be, that I need especially this type of horse to be, in order to to function properly, and for me to be able to actually control his body and train on him, and then get a little bit more technical about his body position. So until I got him forward that way, and he's thinking forward, and he's also with me a quarter or half a circle ahead in his mind, then there's no sense in me pulling back in any way. Okay, so this is going to be my strategy with him, and like I said, I think it's going to be some work, but I think it's going to be a lot of fun, and I think it's going to be rewarding, because I think he's going to really really do well with that. So yeah, boy, put that butt in the ground. Whew. All right, so hey, that was an exciting day. I cannot be more happy to have them here. I cannot express how great it felt to have Lulu just lock in that way. I mean, this is what the comfort zone is all about, in my opinion, and this is what I want to get out of all of my horses. This is the feeling that you're after, and some of them may not get there. Most of them may take longer, but some are just born with it, and those are the ones that make your job very rewarding. So thank you, Lulu, for this feeling. I needed that today. This felt great, and I hope that you could witness it and see it, and I hope that you will follow the journey and see where it leads. Whiskers is a different type of horse, but just definitely got the grit and the heart of a champion. So if we can get his body to function in just in a nice, strong but committed way, and and get him to find a natural drive that is just really appealing and functional, I mean, we know that the stop and spin is all the way there. So it's going to be very interesting. Two very different types of horses. But anyways, let's see how it goes. So I hope that you've enjoyed this video. If you found any value in it, please give it a like. If you're not subscribed to the channel, please do so. And until next week, cheers.